boats, all this ferry. Ask yourself, those boats, those ferry, do they work in the evening? That means to have carried Baba Mohbad from Ikorodu to Island, it must be in daytime. So if they come out of the ferry, they go to Osaka, London, it will of course still be in daytime. So if on getting to Osaka, London, daytime, that must be worst case scenario, 6 p.m. So how long will it take them from Osaka, London to get to Mohbad's house, which is already a stone throw? And at the end of the day, whatever it is that made Baba to get there 9 p.m., I don't understand. But now let's look at it this way. Within that short period of time, Baba Imalole, Mohbad already were okay. And then you got to the house after you insisted. It means that you want to fight, you want to know what happened to your son. Baba, you got to the house after they told you to go back home. You insisted. Your instinct says go and like something has happened to your son. And within that short hours, the person they told you was in hospital, that is already recovering, you found him already embalmed. Ṣé yẹn go tó kéèyàn jà ni? Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ gbàgbé ẹntọ́mọ ẹ kú. Most times in this case, ọkùnrin ló máa ń ṣọkọ akin. A man will be bold. A man will stand firm. A man will want to fight like. A man will say, Yomi, calm down, calm down. A man will look at the wife and say, calm down. So, but she just did Iyabo, why do you say, John Amole for pariwo? Kò dá gbogbo àdúgbò yẹn rú. So, àti ìyá àti bàbá, both of you saw your son being embalmed within a short period of time, and the entire street, they did not know you lost a child. They were not panicked. There must be an extreme panic, extreme noise, and they must be asking questions. The entire neighbors will be joining you to ask those in the house questions. You just told us my son was not feeling fine. My son was in the hospital. That I should go back. And I insisted. So who already embalmed my son? Okay, now let's picture it. Baba is still panicking. But Baba came in and saw his son. Not on his bed. If Papa does not even know many things. He knows who he knows. 50-something-year-old. You will know, certainly. There must be a reason why anybody will be embalmed. And there is always a time frame to embalmment, particularly in the house. We all know when we're growing up, when they want to embalm somebody, it is probably if the person is a Muslim and the person dies at the time they cannot go and bury, and they want to shift the burial to the second day. Most times they will say traditionally, because it's going to stay overnight for over 12 hours. They don't embalm. Am I lying? Shall I embalm you? I want you to come and wọlé wa ní tó bá ti agree kó máa sin ní kí nǹkan tó ṣe máa sin. If it is a Muslim, they only call people to come and bathe the body after the family have been there or anybody has agreed, and then they kirun selara, they pray on the body, they bring the body out, they pray, and they go for burial. But in the case whereby the person is a Muslim or they want to bury the second day and they can't bury that night, they will look at it that there's no point taking the body to the mortuary again. And that, but there was no way it was agreed that Mohbad should not be taken to the mortuary. Because the father is still on the way. The mother is still on the way. Now let's go on. Baba Mohbad saw the body came into the house, saw the body embalmed. He saw that his son, he won't know who did. Talua attack Okwatia, who attacked Mohbad and Wunmi in the house. That's Wunmi had got swollen faces, but let's fast forward again. Baba saw BLOD. The beginning of a serious fight for justice should have started the moment Baba will ask, what happened to my son? That is, if that is the truth of what he told us. What happened to my son? If Wunmi was not talking, I even want to ask the Baba, in that house, by the time you saw your son being embalmed, lying on the floor, under the staircase, in his own house, not on his bed, who exactly explained to Baba? That is one of those things that we all fail to ask. Who actually narrated what happened to Mohbad? Exactly, we want to know, who is that individual? Is it Wunmi that narrated it? Is it Adura? Is it Darosha? Who told Baba what transpired? Who gave him the account? Who did he? Who was he quoting in a statement with the police in Lagos State? Who did he quote? So the fact remains that who did Baba told us narrated the incident to him? And if it was Wunmi, did Baba want to tell us that he didn't see Wunmi's swollen face? If it was Wunmi, if Wunmi told you, a nurse came here, I don't know her, I have never met her before, I wasn't even there when she injected, I only saw the fact that my husband began to react after she injected, then the Baba will ask, where is the nurse? If Wunmi said, I don't know where the nurse is, but in her testimony, she would have told Baba it was Spending that recommended the nurse. As a matter of fact, Spending's nurse, I'm sure Spending will be there that day. Baba never told us. If Wunmi can't give account of the whereabouts of the nurse, Baba, before you can be composed, you want to ask the Spending, where are you? Spending was already in the house again. As at the night Baba got there, that means nobody would tell me Spending was not in the house. So at what point did Baba Mohbad inquire from Spending that where is your nurse that injected my son? So possible Baba so possible, is it possible for such a father? If Wunmi claim she's still mourning, she was crying, she couldn't, it's natural for the Baba to want to know who brought this nurse and where is the nurse. I want to know, what did you administer on my son that led him to lose his life? I can't see him again. He can never call me father. Welcome, light of the world. Man, I can never have, nobody can replace this boy. What was my offense? What was injected on my son? And where is the nurse? If they told the Baba, the nurse has gone home. Nurse loyally. Talo B. Guys, power tap. Let's go. I'll continue from there. We'll go on a musical break again. But we just need to learn. Don't forget where I stopped. Nurse, Spending, and the Baba. Let's go. Oh my God. I hate Doro Alinika. Hope you guys are following me with my analysis. I need like Boku. We don't have to go further. Mohbad is going to get justice and is going to get it the right way.
I borrowed 300,000 naira. I need to pay back 380,000 naira.
I borrowed 300,000 naira. And
so the light is closing. Alright, this is Peace, Feel Good by Mohbad. This track was recorded 3 years ago while Mohbad was in the Malian house. This track is very powerful. You love it and enjoy it. Enjoy it. Feel Good by Mohbad. Here's a Woods boy.
Only one party. Don't feel it. I drink my jack on in my leg. Oh, my leg.
On the 12th of September, less than 3 weeks, Mohbad is going to be 2 years, almost, or 2 years plus, or 2 years in the morgue. But we're going to write it up. It's 2 years already in the morgue. His spirit refused to go. Mohbad is the only and the major person demanding justice. He know what happened to him. He know those involved. He has no pity for anybody. He believed that the laws of a land is meant to get him justice against whoever took his life. If any of you are making an attempt to rewrite the Constitution of Nigeria because you don't want the truth and justice to be served because of this young boy is no more, you need to check your brain. Mohbad is going to get justice and he's going to get it the right way. Yes, all this pain will go away if we stand together in unison and demand justice, not just for him. Justice that we are demanding from Mohbad is for ourselves. Trust me, guys, we need to ask the right question. About his grace, ó ti sọ fún yín orí ọ̀fẹ́ tó ó yàtọ̀, orí ọ̀fẹ́ tó ní ó yàtọ̀. But people and the wicked people in this world, guys, blood is not family. We need to learn and think first, and that is why the behavior of people abroad and why the society abroad is more serene, getting better, is because when they consider the fact that whatever we're going to be doing, the law is sacrosanct, is supreme, is ahead of everybody. Mama Adéwọ̀mí Adéṣídà, welcome on board. Yami, thank you so much for all you do. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to understand that it is non-negotiable. Justice for Mohbad is sacrosanct. It's Jamin. It must come. He is the number one person seeking justice. This young boy, he wants justice just because he believes the justice is going to get will save millions upon millions and reshape the country and make us to think deeper and act well and make sure that human lives are better. Now I go on. If Baba Mohbad got into the house as he claimed, 9 p.m. Don't forget, he didn't leave his house 9 p.m. He never left his house in night time. Because there is no way Baba Mohbad would have entered the ferry in the evening It means that anything 6 o'clock or 6:30, there won't be any ferry. So picture it. Let's be honest with ourselves. Anything 6:30, there is no ferry that will convey anybody Yomi ni Ikorodu Sea Island. If you think I'm lying, ask those that have been joining Paza side. Our waterways is not that secured. So they don't allow the ferry. The last ferry or the last boat that will leave will probably leave maybe 5:30 or 6. Am I lying? If you know about this, please react in the comment section. So, number one, Baba Mohbad would have traveled from Ikorodu to the island in daytime because the boat will never arrive even at the island in the night. So certainly Baba Mohbad would have gotten to the island nothing less than around 5-6 p.m. And if he got to Asapa, London, let's take for instance 6:37 p.m. Certainly if that was where he was told Mohbad is already getting better, I'll be going home. He's already there. He can't take 2 hours before he gets to. We need to understand, he's going to get to that stage. Whoever gave the account of what happened to Mohbad, whoever told the Baba, that day he got to Mohbad's house, normally you would have expected him to speak and say, Adura was the person I asked, what happened to your brother? Because the same Baba is saying, now, his son died on the 11th, or Tani knows what treat. But Baba is also claiming he was in the house on the 12th. And, and he saw people on the 12th. So the fact remains that you are asking now, Tani knows what treat, to the on the 11th. But you were also part of a script telling us incident that happened on the 12th. And the question is, you are asking for accountability from the other party. What about you? You're also part of a script. You've told us that it was even on the same 12th you went to bury Mohbad that you got to know about Mohbad's demise. So the question is, if Baba did not meet the nurse, or Baba got to the house, you saw your son already embalmed, he wasn't on the bed, then the decision to embalm will mean that somebody have concluded that Mohbad cannot be buried on that day, that he needs to stay in that house till the second day. So why the decision to embalm? Who told them that they can't bury him even at that 9 p.m.? Who gave the decision that Mohbad cannot be buried 9 p.m. because he's a Muslim? Talo decide Mohbad as at that time to embalm, because before Baba said he got there 9 o'clock. That means they must have started the process of embalmment probably 8 o'clock or 7:30. So the question again is, who told you that this boy can still not be buried that day? So who told you he would have to sleep in the house to the following day? And if it is a decision to even bury him the second day, and some of you believe that he was murdered by some industry gods, so what happened to taking him to the mortuary? Who is this family deceiving? To preserve the body Mohbad dijo keji. For what reason? Is it for burial or for justice? If Mohbad was to be, preserved for the second day, because for them to have put salt on his body and put him there, it is because it has been decided that this body can't be buried today. Let's postpone it to tomorrow. That is why they probably went ahead to put the salt. But if it was scheduled to be buried that day, there is no need for putting salt on the body, putting cotton wool. No, they don't do that because it's going to be buried. Somebody would have to decide, are we burying today or you want to postpone it tomorrow? But moisture, too much air will not go into the body and they will have to place him somewhere very safe. You understand? But in this instance, who decided that Mohbad needs to be preserved to the following day because he will be buried the second day? He won't be buried on that day. Now, another thing is, now that Baba now came in, And the person that actually injected Mohbad, Baba got into the house. If Wunmi gave the account that Mohbad had a little injury, Baba would have gone to see the hand. Oh, let me see the hand. So this is the hand the nurse came with. How many injections? Where are the injections? Where is the nurse? Because there is no other question he will be asking. He won't be asking for Jesus Christ that time. He won't be asking for Anabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He won't be asking for anybody. Is what happened to my son? He went to show. We got home and we wanted to get a nurse, and a nurse came in, and the nurse brought some injection, injected him, and he began to convulse. He was vomiting, and then the nurse rushed out to look for antidote before she could come back. We saw that Mohbad was about going down, and then we rushed him to the hospital. The question will be, where is the nurse? Which nurse? Is common nurse? Or who is the nurse? Not the nurse that has been treating him. Where is the nurse? This is 9 p.m. You have told me something happened to my son. I was already on the way. And I got here. You said you took him to hospital. And from hospital, you said you took him back home. I was still going to hospital. And before I got home, you already embalmed him, preparing him you're already preserving him. Because you want to bury him tomorrow. Who gave the decision that he will be buried tomorrow? Because preserving him is either for justice or for burial the second day. That is the only reason they embalm people at home. It's preservation of the body if it's going to be overnight. Now, Baba would not ask many questions. Even as at that time, anybody anybody lonta. Hospital. And you asked us to go back. And we're coming. And we got there. He's already embalmed. Now the question is this. If they now said the nurse is nowhere to be found, no matter how poor or how weak, you will stand up and say, I am going to be mad with all of you. I don't want to know who is behind that nurse. She needs to come to my front now. This is the son I have raised. I have toiled and labored for over 20-something years. And you came in contact with my son. Even if it's going to be professional negligence, I expect some empathy, some respect to human life. You are supposed to be here. Even your family are supposed. You should have called your families. They are supposed to be here, coming to beg on your behalf. So you nurse at the effrontery. Then the Baba will look into spending. You need to tell her to come back with utmost alacrity. What? Even if we are the poorest in the whole nation, I Mr. Len Ifisi, I am here. 9 p.m. Even if it's in the hospital, go to the hospital setting, not in your body law. And you left my son, and she went away. The question is, where does she live? Who are her parents? Where does she work? Onikini. Oni hospital. That is where you begin to know that something is not right. And certainly, what will be toward dangerous? Artists to legal as a society. When you have terrible people like this, Iyabo, fronting a case and they make a mess of it, you know what they are there to do. I'm sorry, Mohbad. I never laid back because I don't want to get you justice. I was continuing. Right from September, we're demanding justice. I was there. Right from September 12, we've been asking justice for Mohbad. 13, justice for Mohbad. 14, justice for Mohbad. 15, justice for Mohbad. 16, we're there. I'm sorry that I, gave those terrible people the leeway to take charge. I was having a different thought. brought the body up. Let's assume they don't want to take him to mortuary until the people come. Now they arrived. They went to the police station, according to them. Listen up, guys. They went to police station. They said the reason why they could not issue police reports was because there was want of doctor's report. Doctor's reports allegedly in the possession of Wunmi, Mohbad's wife. Wunmi wasn't the only one that took Mohbad's body. The younger brother of Mohbad, an adult, somebody who wants to take over Immolenization music dynasty, with the same age, none of them take over. Only one very can take over modernization, like music dynasty. You want to take over an entire ordinary doctor's reports, ordinary, dignity of your brother. You couldn't even handle it. Baba Mohbad was asking, saying, "Umini doctor's report sile." But if the doctor's report was issued while Adura was there, the doctor's report about this is my brother, my blood brother, same father, same mother. Can I have the doctor's report? Can I have it? Baba was telling us, I asked Wunmi, what stops you in asking Adura? Now, Nigerians, this is where we're going to be having war with them. They denied the Baba the doctor's report because the Baba was poor, according to their story new. Because the Baba was poor, they denied him the doctor's report. They didn't want to show him. Why? Are they shielding the industry god? As at that time, were they telling the Baba it was Naira Marley? So were they protecting Naira Marley? No. All of them. The boy lifestyle, all of them, they were there. Those are the people you want to have as friends. You need to start praying hard. Now, Wunmi denied Baba the doctor's report according to Baba Mohbad. She refused to release it. But at the end of the day, sooner than later, you will know they are not true. Yes, I'm on Instagram. Now, they denied Baba the doctor's report, including Adura, including Darosha, who is Mohbad's uncle, Mohbad's mother, his son, his brother. They all denied. Now, let's go on. They got to police station because of that doctor's report. Baba Mohbad was ridiculed. Police refused to get involved. I said, no, we're not supporting this. I need to be a sorry, guy. Come and see how dangerous, evil, devilish, demonic these people are. We are following their story now because sooner than later, you will realize that all these stories, it will be removed from this case as it never happened. Trust me, you all will be shocked. Now, they now said they moved the body, including Wunmi, Baba Mohbad, Adura. They went for Ikorodu because they couldn't get police reports. Meanwhile, doctor report is still with Wunmi as at that time. According, I'm blessed. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? That as at the time they got to police station, Wunmi was there with them. And Wunmi asked the doctor's report. Don't walk by because they've already set up some people they don't want you to reason along. So it's alleged that Wunmi asked the doctor's report. Baba wanted to collect police report. It was denied. Wait, tell me. It was denied. Now, if Baba was denied police report because of the want of doctor's report, that was with Wunmi. Is that not another reason for Baba to get angry? That you have the doctor's report and they are embarrassing me. They are saying they cannot give your husband police report for proper deposition in the morgue. Baba left the police station with the same body. Wunmi followed, Adura followed, Darusha followed, right from Lekki to Ikorodu. Now, this is the worst evil that was done. The worst evil that was done. The worst evil that was done to. Was done. The worst evil that was done to. Was done to. They got to the morgue. According to them again, the mortuary refused to accept Mohbad's body because there is no either police report or doctor's report. Meanwhile, doctor report is with Wunmi, according to the Baba. Are you guys feeling what I'm feeling? Allegedly, holding doctor's report. Iyabo Jobi, keep it on. You need to listen to me. We are custodian of the African culture. We are ambassador of not just the theater art, of the tradition of the Nigerian nation. All these things that is being explained to the entire nation, that the entire nation followed through, the entire police and the Ministry of Justice in Lagos State follow through, it's going to come as a serious taboo. In come up by shele, if justice is not served, I call them so light like be like. So while in the morgue, while the mortuary was no respect for somebody who is a top star, these are not done by the industry gods. So this was being done by his own wife, brother, uncle, bosom friends. I shall tell you about the share myself well. They denied the body. They denied the body. They rejected the body. And Mohbad's body was kept outside. What a shame. It's quite sad.
Is it to open? Is it to squeeze? Is it to scoop on? Is it to Sunny and tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch?
outside the morgue because the mortuary, according to them, said they will not accept the body of this young boy, Imole, because there is no doctor report or police report. Yet, the wife, Wunmi, is said to be in possession of the doctor's reports. As at the time, we were told she was even there at the mortuary with them. She was hiding the doctor's report because of what? How can you love Mohbad so much? The husband of your youth. And the mortuary are saying that the only option is for us to get either a doctor's report or a police report, then we'll preserve this body with dignity. We don't want to be on the other side of the law. And they are telling us, as at that time, the report is with Wunmi. Adra knew the report was issued, Mohbad's younger brother. Yet, they don't care if Mohbad was littering or was placed outside on a pan or on a desk outside the mortuary without no supervision, no nothing.
On silence mode, bro.
For all of you thinking that these people deserve your support, your
Peace, Mimi.
children will
They
be.
cause violence, but still peace, Mimi.
Alright, Mohbad is peace, but they actually left him to preserve him for you the way it should be. But of course, without a doctor's report or police report, we cannot. And right there, on that same point, guys, power tap, guys. Power tap, guys, power tap.
You don't have to hurt me before you win. You don't have to kill somebody before you sing. Oh, Charlie Browse, let them struggle. Oh, let it go far. Without God.
And then Mohbad's body was left outside the mortuary with no dignity. Without dignity, Mohbad's body was left outside. Nigerians, who is on the Lord's side? I want to know. Who is on the side of justice? And then what do we see? If all this thing happened, and Baba Mohbad knew all this, ask me, what last respect was Wunmi coming to do at the burial site? What last respect would that person be coming to do at the burial site, except we all know, or except all these stories are not true, it was concocted? If they are true, what would have been the reason why the family are not looking into the eyes of a woman and say, we don't know what this guy did to you, but you are hurting his legacy, his memory. This is the highest disrespect you can give any human being. You don't even want him to be properly preserved. And then, what did we saw? Wunmi wasn't there to pay last respect. Despite the fact that Mohbad's family, same people, all of them, Baba, Iya, Adura, all of them, they allowed the Wunmi to come again. Wunmi was not there to pay last respect. Wunmi was there to throw jazz, throw white substance on Mohbad's body. And suddenly, it turns out to be that Mohbad's elder sister, pick one you want, was also part of the diabolical jamboree. She threw substance on the body of Mohbad too. What would have been the reason? What audacity? Was she working for who by Mohbad? Is she also working for the industry gods? Why are the same people, same set of people that claimed there was a doctor report? Wunmi held it from them, and Mohbad was being rubbished, carried from police station, denied, document, taken to mortuary, denied, and his body was not preserved. Now the question you ask yourself, Blessing knew this, that Wunmi refused to drop the doctor's report. Adura knew this. His friends knew this. They are the people that I want to be fighting Monamali Samilari for bullying. But all of them, what a people. And then they said, you know what? You have right to deny Mohbad the doctor's report. You have right as a wife to watch that Mohbad was not preserved. You have right to allow Mohbad to be kept outside without dignity. Nigerians, ladies and gentlemen, they all looked away and substance were thrown. Oh, King of the South, you discovered something. Bless you. I'm going to bring you up now. So ask yourself the question, who is fooling who? Meanwhile, they were silent and they were all jostling for money in the WhatsApp group. And the two things they were doing, three things: money from the public, how they would bring down Naramali, and how to recover Mubarak's property. But at the end of the day, for 2 years, Baba never saw the nurse eye to eye. Yet the nurse was arrested. She was in incarceration. That is, if truly she was in incarceration for 3 months plus. The voice of reasoning will never be allowed to stay. One of the reasons why Very Dark Man was actually punished and was sentenced. He was not sentenced, rather, he was sent to prison, was because he was bringing the voice of reasoning. And this set of people, led by Iyabo, they would never allow divergent views that will open and expand your horizon. They want this country to continue to go backward. This set of people, they want this country to be perpetually exploited. They don't want your children to be free. Yeah. She did the same thing with me. In the case of Abagesha, I stood firm. Abagesha would have been sentenced to life imprisonment with additional 16 years. That means he will never be out forever. I said, not on your life. They were women. They have power. They had influence. But I have the truth. I stood my ground. I know it was very tricky then. I know they would come for my ICK. Because if they could not send me to where they sent Very Dark Man to, they would have to go after my name. But I was, I'm always miles ahead of them. But I maintained that you cannot continue to run this country like this. Tricky issues. When Martin Luther King was fighting that there shouldn't be segregation. Some black women, some people, black people that Martin Luther King was fighting for, they felt Martin Luther King was a trouble. A black woman stabbed him, saying, what are you talking about? Because they don't want to allow the voice of reasoning. But today, your father, my father, your mother, my mother, your sister, my sister, your cousin, my cousin, your friends, relatives, Ojulumo, they traveled to America, same America, where late Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was stabbed for speaking that you should enjoy what you are enjoying today.